and away to go. Well, hi everybody, welcome. Those of you who I'm seeing for the second time this week, fantastic to see you again. And those who I'm seeing for the first time, great to have you. Once again, I am really super excited to be able to share this practice with you. And we are returning again to the theme of gratitude. We're going to be taking Hridaya Mudra, which is a heart mudra, and it involves the index fingers coming to the base of the thumbs, the tips of the middle and ring finger coming to the thumb, and the small finger stays out straight. So when I say take Hridaya Mudra, that's what we're going to do. We're also going to be doing what Rachel calls Heart to Hasta Mudra at various times through the practice, if I remember to include it. So I'll just take the opportunity while you're all looking to talk to you about it now. And this is a bit of a yogi's choice thing for you to feel your way intuitively into what's going to make sense in your individual body. And for me, it's a bit of a movable feast, because sometimes it makes sense to me to move in one direction with the breath, and sometimes it makes sense to me to do the reverse. So you're going to feel intuitively what feels best to you as you go along. So essentially, it might be that you inhale, arms are wide, so the chest is kind of expanding. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra, and you're drawing everything back in. Equally, it might be that you are, exhale, inhale, hands to heart, exhale, hands wide. And depending on what I'm doing, either of them can feel appropriate, so you're going to know what's best for you as we go along. So if you would now please come to lie on your backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. So that is wide-legged, heels together, closing the eyes, bringing the hands into Hridaya Mudra, and the hands can rest lightly on the abdomen, or it's kind of nice to rest them on kind of where that little place where the legs join onto the pelvis. That's also a nice little resting place. But yogi's choice, whatever feels good in your body. And now just take some deep breaths, sigh it out, and tuning into the yogic process. So we're just going to start to initiate that process where the body and the breath and the mind all start to connect. Letting go of whatever it is that we've done thus far in the day, the last minute scramble to get here, and just sigh it out. We're returning to the theme of gratitude. I've got another reading today, another couple of readings. I've gone back to Rumi. I absolutely love Rumi, the Sufi poet. And he says, wear gratitude like a cloak and it will feed every corner of your life. I'm going to repeat the one from Tuesday because I love it. Gratitude is wine for the soul. Go on, get drunk. And this one is slightly anonymous. Today, I choose to be grateful for everything that I have, to be kind to myself and others, happy to be alive, and present here and now. So let's practice being grateful and present in this moment. And now, releasing the hands, bringing the knees back together. Maybe you want to use the hands to help them, and coming into bridge pose on your back. So we're going to do a nice flowing dynamic bridge, linking the movement with the breath. So inhaling, lifting the pelvis, pushing the knees away, drawing the arms up overhead. Exhaling, drawing the arms back down, lowering the spine, bone by bone. And just move with your breath to your rhythm. I've got a little count for about 5. My inhale and exhale is for what I would count to 5. Work with whatever rhythm provides ease in your body, but just paying a lot of attention to be grounded into the feet and just moving, uniting that movement with the breath. And final time, coming now to rest in stillness, and now hugging the knees into the chest. Let's start off not using the hands, but using the hip flexor muscles and the abdominal muscles, hugging the knees in, which is not particularly restful, is it? Because it takes quite a lot of physical effort. And now you can draw in the hands. Just hugging the knees in, having a little rock, rocking from side to side, massaging the width of the back on the mat. And now taking hold of one knee in each hand, pushing the knees away and out to the side, away, out to the side, back into the body, away, out to the side, back into the body. And now in reverse, so drawing the knees up, pushing them away, drawing them back in, up, push away, drawing back in, up, push away, drawing back in. And once again, hug the knees into the chest. And now taking the hands behind the thighs, just below the, or just above the knees, have a little rock along the length of your spine. Just gentle rocking. Just enjoying that feeling, that momentum. And now coming to a position where you're sitting on your tailbone and your sit bones with the hands under the back of the thighs, shins parallel to the floor, toes up, chest is lifted, and now bring the arms forward, palms up, engaging the core, breathing in, and just feeling that energy coming into the palms of the hands, all those little nadis firing up through the palms of the hands and the energy running up through the arms to the heart center. And remembering to breathe. And now releasing into a cross-legged position, hands to heart, and feel grateful that we've stopped doing that. And now we're going to take some seated twists. So coming into an easy seat, which can be Sukhasana, like this, or if it's okay in your body, it can be Virasana, where you're sitting on the heels, yogi's choice. If it's comfortable, if both positions are comfortable for you, it's really good to shake things up, and don't go to the one that you would ordinarily go to. Shake it up and go to the one that you use least, but obviously only if that suits your body. So, okay, so coming to that comfortable seat, we're going to inhale the arms tall, keeping both sitting bones grounded. We're going to exhale and rotate to the right with the arms still raised. And now right hand comes behind the bottom, left hand comes to the outside of the right hip. Inhale, grow tall through the spine. Exhale, release the arms up overhead. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, using the abdominals, turning to your left. Left hand comes behind the bottom. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, growing tall through the center. Exhale, raising the arms up overhead, turning to the center, hands to heart. Once again, inhale, sweep the arms up, turning to the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, turning to the center, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up, turning to the left. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, growing tall through the spine. Exhale, sweep the arms up. Turn to the center. Exhale, hands to heart. And from here, we are going to take a little side bend. So placing the right hand out to the right side, keeping both sitting bones grounded, and I should say, if you're sitting cross-legged, change the cross of the legs. Okay, so inhale, keeping both sitting bones grounded, sweep the left arm up overhead, allowing that right arm to bend, side bend to your right. Inhale to center, change arms, side bending now to the left. Inhale up to center, bending now to the right. Remembering to keep both sitting bones evenly grounded. Inhale to the left. Inhale, drawing up, bending now to the right. Inhale to the left. And exhale to center, hands to heart. And now making your way up onto all fours. And from here, pushing back into an extended child's pose. Yogi's choice, knees can be wide. If they are, remember to keep a little bit of engagement in the abdomen. Don't just let the organ body go blur all over the mat. We just keep a little bit of engagement here. Or it may be that the knees are together and the abdomen's resting on the knees, which will create a little bit of compression in the front body and mean that you've got to really focus on breathing into the back and the side bodies. And if you take this position, every time you inhale, you get a nice little massage for the organ body from your thighs. So inhale, sigh it out. Inhale, sigh it out. Last time. Inhale, sigh it out. And from here, in this extended position, walk the fingers forward so that you're on your fingertips. And now, walkie, 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 the hands over to the right, far as they'll comfortably go, whilst keeping your sitting bones back on your heels. That's what I meant to say. And if you want a little bit of extra stretch, you can take the left hand on top of the right and breathing into that side body, feeling that stretch all the way down the left side of the body. And release, walkie, 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 the fingertips all the way around through the centre and over to the left. And once again, keeping the sitting bones back towards the heels, and you can take that right hand onto the left if you want a little more stretch through the side body. And breathing into the side body. It's really, really good for our breathing to do all these things that open up the side body and the intercostal muscles, because of course those are part of our muscles for breathing. So anything we can do to help open up and keep them healthy is good. And now walkie, walkie, walkie back to the centre. And coming up into tabletop position. So shoulders can be over elbows, can be over wrists, or if that's not okay in your wrists, hands can come a little further forward. Knees under hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And we're going to do some cat-cow. So inhaling, allowing the belly to drop, drawing the chest through the upper arms, collarbones broaden, and maybe gazing upwards. Exhale, pushing the ground away, rounding the back, drawing the belly in, chin comes towards chest, and feel the shoulder blades protracting to the side of the body. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts, comes through the upper arms, gazing up. Exhale, pushing the ground away, rounding the back, belly engages, chin comes in towards chest, shoulder blades are moving sideways across the body. And just carry on in your own time, just working into the body in your own rhythm and in your own breath, and just feeling the sheer deliciousness of the spine just undulating rhythmically. I tried to work out if I could only choose one yoga pose, this might well be up there for me because it just ticks so many boxes. And then next time you've done your exhale with the back rounded, just come into steadiness in tabletop. And from here, we're going to take a little twist. So we're going to walk, I'll say the right hand is slightly out in front, come onto the fingertips, turning to look to the left, raising the left arm, and now sweep that arm, coming under for a delicious twist, threading the needle. And this time we're going to bring the hands into prayer position. Place the hands, front arm goes back onto fingertips, drawing up through the centre. And now the left hand comes forward onto fingertips, opening up to the right, exhaling to twist, under, threading that needle, and bringing the hands to prayer position. Place the hand to the ground, come back up into tabletop, pressing back to take a nice little rest in child's pose. And now from here, pressing up and back into downward facing dog. Our first downward facing dog of the night, so just taking some time to make sure that we're pressing evenly through the hands, so the roots of the knuckles are grounded, pressing the hips up and back, spine is long. Maybe it's nice to bend the knees and really feel the length into the spine, so that the weight's not dumping forward into the shoulders, but it's drawing back towards the hips. And then, once you've got that feeling of length, if it's okay in your body, straightening the legs. There's no requirement that the heels have to come to the ground. They either do or they don't. Think of drawing the thigh bones back. Think of drawing the calves back. But all the while, keeping the spine long and keeping the hips and the sitting bones high. And from here, just take any little movements that you're going to enjoy. So maybe you'd like to pedal out the feet. Maybe you'd like to turn and look from side to side. Maybe let's just roll over onto the sides of both feet. Taking a little twist, back to the centre, rolling onto the sides of the other sides of the feet, back to the centre. Maybe raising a leg, three-legged dog. Maybe starting with opening out the hip of the raised leg, Now bringing it back to center, keeping the pelvis level and square, and really bring some activation to that raised leg. And remembering to keep the weight evenly in both hands, pressing the hips up and back, keeping the spine long, replacing that leg. Now let's do the same on the other side. So lifting the other leg, opening the hip so that your heel's coming towards your bottom. Now returning to center, squaring the hips, stretching that leg away long. Bring activation into that leg, so don't make it loosey-goosey. So make it really strong. You can feel that glute firing up, keeping the weight evenly in both hands, pressing back through the hips. And now bringing the leg down. Permission to take a rest in child's pose if you need to. And now we're just going to bring the left hand to the right shin. Take a twist. Once again, remembering to draw the hips up and back, so not letting the weight dump forward into the shoulders and the front hand, which certainly in my body it wants to do. And now changing sides. Wardrobe malfunction, head in top. I can never find a yoga outfit when my head doesn't end up inside my clothes. Anyway, I digress. So taking the right hand to the left shin, taking a little twist, remembering to keep the spine long, hips are up and back, not dumping forward into that front shoulder. And back to center. And from here, we're going to walk the hands back into Uttanasana. So from here, folding in, and just enjoying that delicious forward fold. Keeping the hips over the heels, allowing the arms just to drape, and maybe taking hold of opposite elbows. Just allow the body to swing a little bit. Oh, just bringing some ease and some movement. Now changing the cross of the arms. Having a nice little swing. Just bringing a bit of gentle movement and ease to the body. And now, planting the right hand between the feet, taking a little twist, raising the left arm up, so taking a little twist to the left. And now left arm comes between the feet, raising the right arm up, taking a little twist to the right, returning to center. And now bending the knees as much as you need to keep the lower back happy. We're going to use Anjali Mudra because we're working with the heart and gratitude. So we're going to lead with the chest to rise. Sweep the arms up overhead, take a little back bend if that feels good in your body, and then hands to prayer position. And now we're just going to come to stand in Tadasana or mountain pose. So we want insides of the feet parallel, which brings your thighs into just a slight internal rotation. Just pay a bit of attention to the feet. So we're going to be making sure that we ground evenly across the balls of the feet here and the heels. And think of pressing down in that spot that's about an inch down from where the big toe and the next toe meet, pressing down evenly there. And then maybe just see if you can just draw the toes back a little bit, feel the arches lift. And then lift the toes, have a little rock, and then find your sweet spot where the feet are engaged but balanced. And feel a line of energy, lifting the inner ankles, feel a line of energy running up the inside of the legs from the ankles to the upper thigh. Engage the quads, so lifting the kneecaps, because we have two, one on each leg that is, I don't have two on one leg. So hands now to the pelvis, and we're looking to find a nice neutral position. So some people, and I'm not one of these, have a real strong anterior or forward tilt to the pelvis. So a big curve in the lower back and bottom sticks out. I have the opposite. I tend to swing my pelvis forward and tuck my bum under. We don't want either of those. We're looking for a nice neutral position. So just have a little play and then find that neutral position. We're still rooting through the feet really strongly. The quads are still engaged really strongly. We're still lifting the inner ankles and we're feeling that real sense of rooting down into the ground. And from there, bring the hands to the ribs, lifting the ribs. So we're developing a sense of spaciousness between the pelvis and the ribs. From here, lift the shoulders and roll the shoulder blades back and down. Lifting the head. So what we're doing is we're kind of lifting the neck. We're not curving it back. We're just lifting it straight up and then tucking the chin just a little bit forward and down and feeling like we're opening from the crown of the head. Arms can turn out to the sides and breathe. And it's altogether a more active position than you'd think. To the casual observer, we're just kind of standing here, but in my body, certainly there's a heck of a lot going on. So keeping all of this action, we're going to bring in Heart to Hasta Mudra. So hands to prayer position. For me, it's inhale, arms wide. Exhale, hands to prayer. Arms wide, hands to prayer. And you're going to be either inhaling or exhaling depending on the pattern that suited you. Arms wide, hands to prayer. Arms wide, hands to prayer. And now, with hands in prayer, keeping all that action in the feet, we're now going to rise up on the balls of our feet. And I find this really hard because I have very lazy adductors and ankles, and lower. So squeezing the ankles towards one another, keeping that engagement in the inner thighs, lifting up on the balls of the feet, and lower. And now you've all cracked that, and there you have. We're going to introduce the arms. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the feet and raise the arms. Exhale, lower, hands to heart and prayer position. Inhale, raising up on the balls of the feet, arms lift. Exhale, lower, hands to the heart in prayer position. Once again, inhale to rise. Exhale, lower, hands to the heart in prayer position. And now we're just going to take a little Hasta Mudra. So the arms are in by the sides in external rotation, I should say, completely the opposite. Palms are up, parallel to the ground. Draw the arms into the center, out to the side. So it was explained to me beautifully. It's like you've got a tray of hors d'oeuvres and you're offering the hors d'oeuvres, but you don't want to spill any. So you'll just graciously, hors d'oeuvre, anybody? Canapé, anybody? And then come to rest with the arms extended out to the side and just check in with the body. Take a deep inhale, sigh it out. Inhale, sigh it out. Now hands to the heart in prayer position. And now we're going to move into a little bit of flow. We're going to do some sun salutes. And in the middle of the sun salute, instead of coming into a cobra, as we would usually do, we're going to come into Anahatasana pose, or puppy dog pose, or melting heart pose. So just so that we remind ourselves of this, just coming into tabletop position again. And now walking the hands forward, keeping the thighs perpendicular to the ground and allowing the forehead to come to the ground. If that's not okay in your body, and it took my shoulders a long time to creep up to this, you can bend the arms a little more. And this is beautiful because we're opening the front body and allowing the back body to release down, so we're really opening the heart space. And it's a really nice release for the shoulders as well. And breathing. And now coming up, just pushing up and back into downward dog, walking forward so that you come to face the short edge of your mat. And also, while we're doing our sun salutes, I'm going to invite you to move up and down through prayer position. And when we do that, we've got to take particular care that we don't just allow the chest to collapse. So we've really got to focus on leading with that chest. Okay, so inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, hands to the heart in prayer position, bending the knees as much as you need to, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins or wherever they need to be so that the spine can be straight and long. Exhale, folding in, bending the knees if you need to, hands to the floor, step the right foot back, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer position. Inhale, hands to the floor, frame the front foot, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale from here, pushing forward into plank. And two options for getting to the ground. You can either lower to the ground in one straight line, or if you're not feeling strong tonight, or that's not in your practice, you can lower the knees, untuck the toes and roll down from knees to thighs to pelvis to chest, which is a really fluid and nice way to lower to the ground. And from here, pushing back into Anahata pose. Then from there, pushing up and back into downward facing dog, coming nice and tall on the balls of the feet. And lightly step the right foot forward between the hands. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, hands to the ground to frame the front foot. Exhale, untuck the toes, step the back foot forward. Inhale, folding in. Exhale, halfway lift. Inhale, folding in, hands to the heart in prayer position, leading with the chest, come to stand, arms overhead, take a little back bend if that feels good in your body. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. So that's one half of one side. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer, leading with the chest, folding forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, step the left foot back. Drop the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, hands to the floor, frame the front foot. Exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, making your way to the ground. Inhale, pressing back, Anahastasana. Inhale, pressing up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, high on the balls of the feet, step the left foot forward, lower the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. Inhale, hands to frame the front foot. Untuck the back toes. Exhale, step the back foot forward. Inhale, folding in, Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to shins. Halfway lift, spine is long. Inhale, folding in. Hands to prayer. Exhale to rise. Sweep the arms up overhead. Take a little back bend if that's good in your body. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. Go again. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Leading with the chest, folding forward from the hips. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding in, step the right foot back. Lower the knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, hands to the heart, hands to the floor to frame the front foot. Exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rocking forward to plank. Exhale, lowering to the ground in one straight line or via your knees. Inhale, pressing up and back into Anahatasana pose. Melting the heart. Inhale, pressing up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, high on the balls of the feet. Step the right foot forward between the hands. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, hands to the ground to frame the front foot. Untuck the toes. Exhale, step the back foot forward. Inhale, folding in. Exhale, halfway lift. Inhale, folding in. Hands to the heart in prayer, leading with the chest. Exhale to rise. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra, leading with the chest, folding forward from the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long. Exhale, folding forwards, hands to the ground, step the left foot back. Drop the left knee. Inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. Inhale, hands to the floor to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Inhale, stepping back into downward facing dog. Exhale, inhale, rocking forward to plank. Exhale, making your way to the ground. Inhale, pressing back into Anahatasana. Inhale, pressing up and back into downward facing dog. And inhale, coming high on the balls of the feet. Lightly step the left foot forward between the hands. Exhale, dropping the back knee to the ground. Inhale, reaching up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to prayer in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, hands to the floor to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Exhale, step the back foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, exhale to halfway lift. Inhale, folding forward. Hands to the heart in prayer position, leading with the chest. Inhale to rise, sweep the arms up overhead. Take a little back bend if that feels good. Exhale, hands to the heart in prayer. How are we doing? Right. So, we're now going to move on to something else. So turning now to face the long side of your mat. Legs are wide. So we're actually going to come into Goddess. So maybe not as wide as I started off with them. And goddess can be a bit hard on the knees, so we've always got to be mindful of our knees, and we always want the thigh bones and the tibia to track our feet. So our knees and our feet need to be facing in the same direction. I don't have a lot of external rotation in my hips, so it looks like my knees are rolling a bit forward. Don't copy that. It's not something you should emulate, it's just what my body does. You just have to be responsible for your own knees and make sure that they are comfortably tracking your feet. So here we are in goddess pose. And so, in goddess pose, we're going to do some of the Heart to Hasta Mudra. So, for me, and you can do the reverse, inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. 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 And this time, inhale, sweep the arms out, maybe coming high on the ball of one foot. Exhale, sink a little lower, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, sweep the arms out, coming high on the ball of the other foot. Exhale, sit a little lower, Anjali Mudra. Last time, inhale, sweep the arms out, coming high on the ball of the foot. Exhale, sweep a little, sit a little lower. Inhale, high on the ball of the foot. Exhale, hands to heart, sit a little lower. From here, straightening the legs and turning the feet so that they face parallel to the short edges of the mat. Hands on hips, folding forward from the hips. And now, interlacing the hands behind the back, just allow the arms to come up overhead, wherever they'll come to. And breathe. And now, grounding through the feet, making sure that the legs are strong, hugging the inside of the legs slightly towards one another, lifting with the chest, so leading with the chest to rise, using the arms as a fulcrum to bring you back up to stand. We're just going to change the clasp into the funky side. Once again, firming through the feet and bringing a little bit of engagement to the inside of the legs, leading with the chest, folding forwards from the hips. We're going to take the same forward fold, bringing the arms up overhead. And this time we've got the funky cross. And breathing. Inhale to rise. And now, while we're in a wide-legged stance, we're going to turn the right foot out so that the toes face the short edge of the mat. Maybe swing the heel of the back foot out, bending the front knee. So adjusting your stance as necessary, because the knee and shin should be at right angles, not deeper than a right angle. Keeping the pelvis level. Taking the arms out to the side. This time we're going to have palms up. And then rise, hands to the heart and prayer position. Into warrior two, palms up. Hands to the heart in prayer position. Into warrior two, palms up. This time let's come onto the ball of the foot. Rising hands to the heart in prayer. Warrior two. Hands to the heart in prayer. Last time. Warrior two. Hands to the heart in prayer. Turn both feet to the centre. This time turning the left toes to face the short edge of the mat, swivelling the right heel round if necessary. Hands on pelvis just to make sure the pelvis is level. Bending the front knee, just making sure we've got that correct length in the front knee. So we're grounding through the ball and heel of the front foot. The knee's not rolling in, it's not coming over the ankle. We've got weight coming down the back leg to the outside edge of that back foot. Lifting the arms, palms up, turning to look over the front palm. And then inhale, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, Warrior Two on the ball of the foot. Inhale, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, Warrior Two on the ball of the foot. Inhale, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, Warrior Two on the ball of the foot. Inhale, back to center. Turn both feet to the center. And you might want to heel toe the feet together, or maybe have a little jump. Let's have a little bounce around. And now we've done all the kind of solar part of our practice, and now we're on the wind down, the cooling down. So coming to sit legs wide and bringing the right foot into the left thigh. Coming to Janu Shirshasana, head to knee, but in reality it's more like shoulder to knee, because head to knee encourages to kind of round in an inappropriate way. So from here we're going to inhale the arms up, turn so that the sternum is facing over the outstretched leg, and folding forward from the hips. And you can take this back bend, or this forward fold I should say, in whichever manner you wish. So you can either stay upright looking for a really straight spine, or you can allow the spine to soften, and hands can be by the sides of the leg, or you can take hold of the outstretched foot. If you take hold of the outstretched foot, don't just use it as a mechanism to crank yourself forward, because you're going to end up overextending the arms and kind of hurting the shoulders. Just let the body melt into where it wants to go. And now breathing into that stretch. Just feeling that surrender. The breath is long and smooth. We're getting into the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest. I could just stay here, but I think we need to move. So releasing the foot if you have hold of the foot, walking the hands back to come up, and now changing legs. So right leg goes out to the side, left leg comes into right thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up, turning so that the chest faces over the outstretched leg, and just folding forward. And we're not holding this as long as a yin pose, but certainly you'll probably find that as we stay here, the body does naturally start to release and give us a little more. So once again, you feel free to take hold of the foot if that's comfortable for you, but not if it's going to mean that you're yanking your shoulders out of their sockets. And now just breathe and surrender into that stretch. Allowing the body just to sink in. Just take a little meditative quality. Now releasing the foot if you had hold of it, walking the hands back up, coming back to upright, Draw the legs together. And now we're going to come back for another flowing bridge pose. So on the back, into bridge, and just working softly with the breath. Inhaling, coming up to bridge, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhaling to lower bone by bone. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhaling bone by bone. Final time. Inhale up into bridge, arms overhead. Exhaling, release bone by bone. We're just going to take a final twist. So, yogi's choice, it can be a double leg twist. It can be a single leg twist. Tonight I'm going to take a single leg twist, but whether you're taking a double leg or a single leg, you need to shift your hips over a little bit away from the side that you're going to twist towards, so that once we come into our twist, we end up with the neck, the shoulders, and the pelvis in a straight line. So I'm going to lengthen my bottom leg, and I'm going to place the foot of my top leg on the top thigh, and just allow the twist to come over. I'm not looking to get to the ground. I'm just looking to have that top leg parallel with the ground. But I'm not looking for that top knee to reach the ground. You can, if it's nice in your body, place a hand on that top knee and extend the other arm out to the side, turning the neck if it feels okay in your body. It's not always nice for everybody. Some people like to keep their heads to the centre. And now returning to centre. This time shifting the hips a little in the opposite direction. Taking whatever form of the twist you took on the other side. Returning to centre. If you plan to take Shavasana exactly as you are, then just getting yourself ready, so just relaxing comfortably into the mat. If you want a blanket, just making sure you've got your blanket or your eye pillow and your eye pillow, whatever you've got to hand that's going to make Shavasana lovely for you. And now just lying comfortably on your back, just allowing the feet, just the legs a little bit apart, allowing the feet to flop out to the sides, tuck the shoulder blades under a little, allowing palms up, allowing the hands to open out to the sides, making sure that the chin is not pointing backwards so the neck's not cranked back, the chin may be a little forwards and down but easeful. Now just take a deep sigh, closing the eyes. Now all of the physical work is done. You've done a good balanced practice. You've moved in every direction. You've worked with the breath. You've united the body and the movement and the mind and the breath. And now it's time to completely let go. And this is where your mental body and your energetic or prana body absorbs all the benefits of the work done by your physical body. The ground is holding you, no effort is required. Releasing the head, the scalp, softening and releasing the eyebrows. Eyelids are closed softly, not clenching. Release the temples. Release the jaw, maybe give it a little wiggle. The lips are soft. Tongue is lying softly in the bottom of the mouth. The neck is soft. The shoulders are soft, supported by the ground. Back of the arms are soft. Hands are soft and relaxed. Your back is supported by the ground. Bottom is soft. Thighs are soft. The calves are soft. The feet are relaxed. For those of you who want to and can stay in Shavasana, I invite you to stay for as long as you want. For others, maybe now is the time to start to bring some small movements back to the body. Deepen the breath, maybe wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Gradually starting to come back to the body. And now rolling onto one side, into the fetal position, taking just that few final moments of deep, precious rest. And from here, keeping the eyes closed, using the hands, pressing your way back up to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed, rubbing the palms together vigorously so that you build up a gorgeous amount of heat in the palms, and then cupping those beautiful hot palms over the eye sockets, and just allow the eyes to drink in all that beautiful warmth you've created. And from here, slowly blinking the eyes open behind the hands, allowing the fingers and the hands to fall away from the eyes. We turn the hands into Hridaya Mudra, placing them on the knees. Blinking the eyes open, taking a deep breath, sigh it out, and returning to gratitude. Today, I choose to be grateful for everything that I have, to be kind to myself and others, happy to be alive and present here and now. And now hands to the heart in prayer. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I feel grateful to have been able to share this practice with you. Now raising the hands, thumbs touch the space between the eyebrows, the third eye centre, uniting our hearts and our wisdom. Hands back to heart in prayer. Namaste and thank you. And please go forth, and whether it's the evening or whether it's the day for you, I hope that the rest of your evening or day is good. Thank you.